What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Luis King Kong Ortiz. Get this. Luis Ortiz eager to step in the fight to fight Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua. Luis Ortiz is only a week removed from his 12-round decision loss to Andy Ruiz, but is already itching to return to action and would like to return before the end of the year. Two judges saw the fight 6 rounds apiece, while the third scored 7 rounds for Ortiz and 5 rounds for Ruiz. The three knockdowns scored by Ruiz proved to be the difference in the exciting heavyweight showdown on Fox pay-per-view. After the fight, many observers, some professional fighters included, called for the 43-year-old to retire. Many commented that the former title challenger's punch resistance is shot. Okay. And this is what he said. He said, "I have some words of wisdom for some of the boxers who gave their opinion and said I was old because I touched the canvas 2 times because of punches by Ruiz. 3 times. Okay, counterpunch. First of all, this is the heavyweight division, and I'd like to see most of you lighter fighters or lighter weights go fight just 1 weight class up. I bet most of you couldn't last 5 rounds, so think before you speak. You should think about the fact that I went all 12 rounds and still wanted more. I did not even sit on my stool the last round. Give me my respect. All heavyweights have or will get dropped at some point. So to say I'm old because I went down and got up, then what does that say about Fury hitting the canvas, or Joshua or White or Wilder? Are they old? I mean, I did stand in front toe-to-toe with a man who weighed in 25 pounds more than me and mostly took the fight to him, and with all respect to Ruiz, I'd love a rematch with him." He said, "Hey, Fury and Joshua, I hear you both are looking for opponents. Well, I am here. I'm down to fight either one of you. Let's see what you lads can do against me," says Luis Ortiz. Let me counterpunch. I feel sorry for Luis Ortiz. I think that Luis Ortiz was a very, very good fighter. I mean, he was a very good fighter a while ago. He made some good points. I mean, it's a heavyweight division. You will go down, but I think his punch resistance, though, compared to 3 or 4 years ago to now, has drastically changed. Drastically. And that's no cap. I'm just saying. He did not take those punches well. However, Andy Ruiz shots do weigh wide, though, and he should be known for rabbit punching. Let's just be real. Like, so you have to look at those punches. You know, I didn't say they were intentional, not those, but can we always say every punch that he throws is not intentional for a rabbit punch? Nonetheless, he did go down. Okay, and him talking about lighter weights and people saying he should retire. If you're diminished to that degree, you should. You fighting Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua is something that I would not recommend for him. If Luis Ortiz wants to fight anyone, fight someone your own age. Fight someone like Derek Chisora. Fight someone like Chris Arreola. Fight someone in their 40s. Fight someone that you know that has just as much disadvantage as you. You know, that's had around a few and wear and tear. Whereas Fury, 34, Joshua, 32, almost 33. You know, those guys haven't been through what he's been through. And him saying I wanted more against Andy Ruiz, he did. And really, it's not even about Ortiz. What reflects Ortiz is the guy that he was in there with. Andy Ruiz, like, I don't know what was wrong with him. Maybe Ortiz hurt him, but he didn't go out like a Mexican warrior. He went out like somebody just kind of scathed through, but got 3 knockdowns. He didn't go for it. So maybe Ruiz is maybe not the fighter that, you know, he used to be himself. Nonetheless, if he went in there with someone fresh, someone that's learning, someone in their prime, guys like Joshua, guys like Fury, he would be either hurt badly, probably from like Joshua, or embarrassed by somebody like Tyson Fury. You know, but it also shows you that this brother needs money. He needs money. And for him to want to go right back in there after going through that, he's not thinking about himself. He's thinking about his family. We know his daughter. We know his daughter's condition is worse. We know the doctors are expensive. We know he needs money to take care of his kid, to get medicine and procedures and surgeries for his daughter. We know this. We know he has a big family. We know all of this. You know, and I'm thinking to myself, if I'm Wilder and somebody like that, I would really be concerned with what's going on with Luis Ortiz. Is can he handle his bills? Because I think people that are proud, like I feel Luis Ortiz is, would rather take you know, a brain bashing and damage to his brain further to take care of his family than to ask somebody for help. So this is not what we think it is. I think Ortiz fighting Ruiz, fighting Deontay Wilder twice. No, he didn't get the Joshua fight. Tyson Fury's way above his pay grade at this point. But I think he's fighting for that cash. I think he needs money. And I think, like, if Deontay Wilder was a really true friend to him, he would reach out to Ortiz like, look, don't worry about money. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of times where these fighters don't have backup, you know, don't have a savings plan, you know, had reckless spending or didn't get paid enough, got ripped off. Whatever the case is, they don't have the money at the end of their careers. That's why they keep fighting. But the older they are, the more damage they make, the less they can protect themselves because they're not as sharp. So Luis Ortiz saying this is like, it's not funny. It's actually quite sad because he really wants these type fights with these type fighters at this age. And Andy Ruiz is not known to be a very big puncher, but he is known to be an illegal puncher, and his punches do steer wide at times, and he does hit you in areas that he probably shouldn't be hitting you with. But nonetheless, you know, that has nothing to do with the Charles Martin fight. Charles Martin didn't hit him with behind the head punches. It was kind of strayed to the side, but that jab, okay, you got hit by a jab, bro. A jab. So, and you went down from a jab. Your punch resistance is shot. I love Luis Ortiz. Don't get me wrong. I love him as a fighter. I thought he could do big things while he still could at a certain age bracket. But now it is not that time. It's time for him to say la vie. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Luis Ortiz, eager to get back in the ring with Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.